The post-budget press conference organised by Ernst & Young Sri Lanka was held recently in Colombo.
There are a lot of proposals, both legally and structurally, to increase institutional capacities of the revenue collecting agencies and to change the current legal structure to put in a better place for revenue administration, which I think is the most essential part. There's about ₹1 trillion increase in VAT. I believe, in addition to the rate increase, largely the increase will come from better administration.
Digitize the public sector, and that has come out quite strongly in the budget, where they are proposing to establish a digital authority responsible for digitization of public finance. And when you talk to so many in business, we have issues with customs, we have issues with excise, inland revenue. So the whole revenue system needs to be digitized, and one of the key areas was digitizing the public sector in an expeditious way, and the budget brings that force into it. We hope this will come into fruition this year. Yes, on the admin side, there are some changes to tax invoices being the formats to be prescribed again, and the introduction or an encouragement is what it's called in the budget to have a point of sales machine to automate invoicing and recording of sales to support collection of VAT. Now, this doesn't go to the extent of transforming to e-invoicing, which a lot of our neighbors have taken up and a lot in the region have taken up, and this has resulted in significant revenue. So in India, for example, GDP is growing by 6 to 7%, but as a result of e-invoicing coming in, revenue has gone up by 30%. So it is a very efficient scheme of ensuring everybody falls into the net, which all of us have been talking about. So probably a step in the right direction, but extending it to e-invoicing probably will give us that real revenue push that we are looking for.
If you think about the gains that we made during the last 18 months, it has broadly established the initial economic stability, but there's a long way to go for this stability to be fully entrenched and for the economy to resume a path of recovery and growth. So that's why measures in the budget 2024 has focused this sort of forward-looking strategies, basically to restructure some of the areas and provide opportunities to the private sector and also provide whatever the possible assistance to the needy people. So increasing revenue with improved tax administration and digitalization, and then the careful management of government expenditure. All proposed spending is matched by revenue measures that have already been announced prior to the budget. Careful fiscal management is very important. In the past, my personal view is that we have lived beyond our means, and at the same time we have not maintained the fiscal discipline in this country. So we can't go like this, because we have to inculcate a system in the public sector where you spend your whatever the money with due respect and also with discipline. So that fiscal discipline has to be inculcated in the country. And then there will be legislation changes as well. Already we have drafted the public financial management bill that would be submitted to the parliament hopefully end of this year, and it will be approved by the parliament somewhere in January, February next year. That's our plan. This would provide, very important legislative sort of mechanism to strengthen the fiscal management system in the country.